Picture this, an ancient mythical India under siege. You're the last line of defense, the forest warden, armed with a grappling hook entwined in vines and a mysterious artifact, battling Rakshasa demons in crimson woodland arenas. The Age of Bhaarat transforms myth into martial artistry, where swinging through trees feels like choreographed yoga, if yoga had poison claws. Developed by Terra Gaming and inspired by Amish Tripathi's Shiva universe, this dark fantasy action RPG blends aerial combat with cultural authenticity. The grappling hook mechanic allows vertical takedowns, while spell-infused traditional weapons feel like ancient tech. The trailer screams, "Black myth meets ancient epics," complete with immersive environments and mythical beasts. Yes, early footage shows combat sometimes lacking weight. Reddit users note, combat feels off, but it's still pre-alpha, so consider it a workout in progress. What's undeniable is its ambition. A culturally rich spectacle with potential for exhilarating co-op demon hunts in forest canopy arenas. If you crave sweeping myth, vertical thrills, and want to see why Indian AAA games might be entering their golden age, the Age of Bhaarat deserves your wishlist and your hype. Welcome to Fort Oasis, the coal mining haven turned psychological nightmare. Total Chaos evolved from a Cult Doom 2 mod into a standalone survival horror masterpiece that throws you into a fractured island full of radio chatter, but no one to answer. You play a coast guard drawn to this forsaken place by a distress call, then stranded when your boat flips. Your job? Scavenge ruins, jury-rig weapons, and survive the deteriorating mind-matter connection. You track hunger, bleed out, radiation, stamina. Fail any, and you will die. Every scrap must be weighed. Pickaxe melee, or rare World War II rifle. No ammo, no mercy. But the real horror is the island itself. Hallways warp mid-game based on your sanity. Walls shift to hide new paths, and cryptic notes slowly unravel what happened to the miners. It's less run and gun, more run and question your life choices. Crafting is brutal. Each repair kit matters. Combat is calculated, not chaotic. One wrong step and you'll regret grabbing that rusty blade. The tension is relentless, the atmosphere punishing. If you're into survival horror that messes with your head, complete with entity-induced floor shifts and scarce ammo, Total Chaos is your next nightmare. Just maybe don't play it before bedtime. Picture this. Kaiser isn't just trying to save his sister. He's literally fused with Arena, a dragon-like soul weapon. This isn't your typical slash-and-save affair. Lost Soul Aside blends fantasy, magic, and sci-fi with style. You're fighting void racks, interdimensional invaders stealing souls, in a world scarred by post-war wreckage, rendered with stunning visuals that mix Final Fantasy polish and Devil May Cry flair. Shanghai-based Ultazero Games is a 40-person indie team backed by Sony's China Hero project, working off Unreal Engine 4. Combat is crisp. Weapon swapping, fluid combos, and break systems, all channeling DMC and Bayonetta levels of intensity. It's linear, 20 hours of focused storytelling, not a sprawling open world. Reddit heads caution against expecting hundreds of hours. It's a compact, AAA quality indie shoot. So if you're over sprawling grind fests and want tight combat, rich narrative stakes, and a mystical dragon alchemy twist, Lost Soul Aside delivers. It's proof that mid-sized Chinese indies can punch above their weight and deliver cinematic action at scale. Think clay is just for kid crafts? Think again. The Midnight Walk uses 700 handmade clay models to animate a world so bleak and eerie, even your nightmares might sound tame. You play the Burnt One, guiding your lantern buddy Potboy across a pitch-dark world to restore light atop Moon Mountain. This isn't combat, it's atmosphere. You dodge monsters through candlelight, whispering shadows, and blink-based audio cues that tell you where danger lurks. It's a walking simulator with horror dream production values. IGN and Game Informer gave it 9 out of 10 and 8 out of 10 respectively, praising its tactile clay visuals and haunting sound design. Sure, some puzzles feel a bit simple, and the narrative pacing dips now and then, but the overall craft? Jaw-dropping. It even supports PSVR 2 with blink-to-interact controls, so yes, you literally use your eyes to scare yourself. If you want a spooky, artsy journey that's more claymation horror poetry than jump scare thrill ride, The Midnight Walk delivers. Just don't play it before bed. Your dreams will envy the nightmares. We've landed in 1868 Japan, where samurai traditions clash with steampunk marvels. Shadow of the Road sets you on a mission to escort a mysterious boy, recruited by Ronin Satoru and archer Akira, through a fractured empire backed by British tech. Think cyber samurai chess, because this is turn-based tactical RPG with timeline-based actions and positioning finesse. Coming to PC, the Steam Alpha is already live. Gameplay combines Final Fantasy Tactics-style strategy with dialogue-driven character arcs. Choose gentle or ruthless, and your team's relationships shift. The narrative folds around your decisions. RPG meets Steam meets yokai enemies result in battles that look like folktales fought with rockets. Minor gripe: early animations can feel stiff and walking isn't fluid, but that's alpha stuff, not the final show. What's solid is the depth, faction mechanics, strategic combat, evolving bonds. This is mid-sized RPG ambition with story weight and tactical depth. If you crave a game that's as cerebral as it is cinematic, balancing strategy with heart, and featuring samurai, steam, and spirits, Shadow of the Road should be on your radar. It mashes up Diablo-style hack-and-slash with Escape from Tarkov-style extraction stakes. You dive into a map, clear enemies, grab loot, then fight your way out. Fail, and you lose everything. That's Project Pantheon, a free-to-play PC, Steam, extraction RPG by Wolfson Studio. The closed alpha launched in January across EU Normetal, and players are already hooked. Combat is swift, satisfying, but the risk of zero-dawn death amps up tension. Back at your sanctuary, you upgrade your fortress, customize gear, and trade with others, turning risk into reward. One warning: Wolfson's past had some rough patches, and Reddit users remain cautious. But the devs say we listen and iterate, and this community-driven approach is exactly what the genre needs. Bottom line, if you're into high-risk, high-reward combat where dying sucks and re-gearing feels like sweet payback, Project Pantheon delivers that extraction adrenaline with RPG depth.
Today I'm a knight, tonight I'm a vampire slayer. That's the Blood of Dawnwalker bifurcation in a nutshell. Cohen lives as a human by day, then roams as a vampiric predator by night. Each quest flips depending on the clock, literally offering two games in one. From the former Witcher and Cyberpunk crew, this dark fantasy RPG leverages Unreal Engine 5 to craft a gothic sandbox in the Carpathian Mountains. Your mission? Save your sister in 30 days. But days only pass when you perform actions. No rush, you can explore at your pace. Combat shifts. Swords plus magic by sunlight, claws plus vampiric powers by moonlight, delivering dramatic gameplay shifts. Reddit fans note, it feels like a Vampire Witcher 3. Hope it lives up to that pedigree. Critics point out that combat feedback still feels a bit weightless, but with cinematic storytelling, dynamic day-night quest shifts, and narrative depth, this game is shaping up beautifully. If you're fascinated by moral ambiguity, time-bound choices, and wielding moonlight as a weapon, Blood of Dawnwalker deserves a spot on your radar. Darktide is just an excuse to meme while hacking chaos scum. Seriously, it's made by the Vermintide team, and the subreddit is full of battle cries and in-jokes. Expect a frequent soundtrack of GGs even when wiped at Wave 50. It's a 4-player co-op FPS with the classic class lineup: Veteran, Zealot, Ogryn, Psyker, and the new Arbitrator, leading to hilariously chaotic team compositions like Shield Tank Arbitrator jumping into firefights. The atmosphere, hit feedback, and soundtrack are praised across forums, but loot RNG is often described as chaotic lottery, and Steam reviews dipped to around 39% positive at launch. However, Fatshark responded with patches that revamped progression, crafting, and loot, redeeming player trust. Bottom line, if you want tactical chaos, chainsword screams, shield bashes, and shouting for the Emperor with friends while demons explode, Darktide still delivers. Don't expect every run to shower you with legendary loot, but the pure co-op mayhem and meme-worthy moments will make you forget about RNG anyway. As a boomer shooter kid at heart, the new Painkiller hits home. The first thought? Yes, bunny hopping is still there. That trademark movement is intact. Reddit even warned, cap FPS at 100 or Havoc goes nuts. Weapon feel? Mostly satisfying. Shotguns, rocket launchers, stake guns, and a hookshot for aerial chaos make combat feel like both ballet and bloodbath. Some folks complained stake gun shoots air with weak feedback, but the momentum, the moment you're low on health, mid-air rocket, pure nostalgia with a turbo boost. Big news, 3-player co-op. It could be glorious, teaming up to massacre hordes.
or devolve into chaotic random mob mode instead of handcrafted arena fights. Still, with sharper graphics, smoother systems, and tarot buff mechanics layered on, it offers more strategic spice amidst the carnage. Bottom line, if you're craving that rush of frenetic bunny hop slaughter, demons raining down, satisfying noise and gore, Painkiller captures the essence. Even with some limp weapon recoil, the core thrills there. Strap in. If you're okay with a floaty stake gun, this reboot delivers classic boom mayhem with modern flair. As a tactics and base management fan, Norse Oath of Blood delivers a satisfying duality, hex grid battles and village building stress. Seriously, do you fortify the granary or blitz the nearby mine? Combining cerebral strategy with long-term planning makes campaign segments addictive. Combat features elevation, cover, and dynamic weather. A single battle becomes a chess match. High ground advantage, flanking on ice, timed raids. Like XCOM meets Viking Saga. Add narrative flair from historical novelist Giles Christian, and your platoon feels more than just stat blocks. Player gripe? UI feels busy, and turn animations can drag, a common turn-based quirk. But when your raiders break through an enemy line, perfectly execute flanking strikes, that payoff hits deep. The settlement layer adds resource economy, building upgrades, and alliance diplomacy, making even the downtime engaging. Bottom line, if you're tired of pure tactical blowouts and want strategic long game, Norse Oath of Blood gives you both burst moments of triumph and real investment in your growing Viking clan. Sure, the UI flow can feel heavy at times, but when your plans succeed, that sweet "this is my settlement" satisfaction is irresistible.